question for you. How is your summer going? I know it may not be as good as other summers due to COVID, but how's it going? Well, for a lot of kids across the US and the world, they're actually having the most difficult summer they've ever had. And that is because violence is increasing in cities throughout the world. And so kids before that felt as though they were pretty safe in general are now learning what does it mean to be raised in a culture of violence. Today I interview Justin Gaddy, who is a SNUG supervisor. Basically, he's an anti-violence worker. And I ask him to tell me his vision for what a peaceful city would be. His city is Albany, New York. And so the reason why I'm doing this is, well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Bethany Gagne. I'm the founder of Numinous, the organization that sponsors the Global Peaceful Cities Project. And the reason why I'm doing this is because in intentional work, what we do is peace meditation research. So we have people meditate and hold their minds still on peace and then do measurements, okay? So, and we're doing this in many different ways. Actually, we're doing EEG research, things like that, but demonstrating this idea of intentions over distance. But in this case, what we're asking people to do is come together, open your heart in a very skilled way using a meditation that uses state-of-the-art biofeedback skills, and to invite a peace to emerge. And when we do this, we also look at indicators to see how much of an impact our intentions have made. We've done this in Schenectady, New York. There was a 25% reduction in violence. In Albany, New York, there was a 30% reduction of crime. So we're continuing to do this. But the reason why I'm doing this video today is because in intentional work, you have to be really clear about knowing what it is you want to create in this world, because there are so many things that will come back at us that will basically discourage us and tell us that our intentions don't count and our intentions don't matter. And so it's this idea that if we are not crystal clear about where we're going, then it's so easy to get off our game, right? So and also what happens is our nervous system tends to hang out in the negative. It's called the negativity bias. And so we'll tend to walk around and, kvetch and complain about, violence or this, that, and the other thing. And when we do that, we're not creating anything good. We're just kind of hanging out in the muck. So what I did is I sat with SNUG 518 workers. That is an organization that is an anti-violence organization, and they walk the streets disrupting violence before it occurs. And I'm asking each of the all of the workers there, what is their vision for peace? Like, what would their city look like if it was a city of peace? You see, it's this understanding that we can't just assume that peace is going to happen, that peace is just a default to having no violence. It's this idea that peace is an active thing that needs to be embodied, it needs to be cultured. And when you really start to dig into what it would take to have a more peaceful world, it's not rocket science. As you'll see, one of the things that SNUG Brown talks about is, Jerome Brown talks about is just communication, right? I mean, that's not rocket science, right? So anyways, so in these series of videos, what I'm going to do is have each of them share their own visions of what peace would be. And then when we do the Peace Project August 15th to 22nd, I'm going to be creating meditations that are based on that have been inspired by their vision, right? So you are going to be hearing from Justin Gaddy as I ask him what peace would look like in the city. And it's interesting to watch him talk, and then the more he talks, he comes forward in his chair, and you could just see the passion coming out in him as he's realizing, wow, I get to talk about what my vision would be. And unfortunately we don't talk about our vision so much. All we talk about is the muck, and we need to have more conversations about this. We need to get more granular about what peace would look like, and certainly that's what we're contributing to in the Peaceful Cities Project. We need your help. We need you to meditate August 15th to 22nd. Go to peacefulcities.org, peacefulcities.org, enter your email. We're going to send you these meditations each day, and we will measure changes in indicators during that week. So, all right, here is Justin. Thank you so much for watching. And what does peace in your city look like?
The kids being able to come outside and actually do things and don't have to worry about getting shot by stray bullets and you know, my kids themselves don't like being around people because of the things that they see happening and stuff, and you know, and me trying to, you know, help them be conscious of what goes on around them, being that they, you know, they're trying to be kids their age and enjoy their life and play basketball, go outside, play basketball, ride their bikes to the store without their father, like where you at, you know, they want to be kids, you know, so I want my kids to be kids, and I want all those other kids that's trying to be kids and not have to worry about their life while they're trying to be kids and grow up.
So you've been doing this for a few years. Do you feel as though this summer is a little different at all, or no?
Yeah, this summer's a lot different. There's a really big increase in violence, and a lot of kids that I spoke to, you know, that aren't involved in a lot of this violence and you know and violence and shootings and stuff. You know, they express feelings of, you know, not going over there because they worried about this, or not going this part over because this people might think they're involved in this. You
Wow.
know, so you know it's really big, and it hurts to see that kids are trying to live their lives and do kid things, but they're expressing how much they're worried about their lives if they go out and play basketball at this park, or if they go to this certain part of Albany and they live in another part and people know they live in another part, and what people might think that they're involved in the gang stuff and all that. So it really hurts to see that kids are really trying to live their life, but they can't because of the stuff that's going on, the activities that's going on in our community.
Absolutely, and you're living this personally because you have 3 kids yourself, right?
Yes.
Ages, how old are they?
My daughter is 3. I have a son that's going to be 13 this year, and my other son is going to be 15.
So are you extra nervous about them this year?
I'm actually nervous about my kids. You know, my oldest son is going to be starting high school. He's a really good kid. He
Right.
loves to do kid things. He loves to be a kid, and you know he's going to be around kids that's already grown.
Right.
That's in the 9th grade. That's already grown. That he isn't used to. That he doesn't feel comfortable being around. You know, so that bothers me.
Right. Right.
You know?
Okay. All right. Anything else you'd want to say as far as what you're longing, like what your vision is for?
Yeah, well, my vision is, you know, to have more mothers and fathers and more families together, you know, and you know, these kids they at a younger age, getting in these streets at a younger age. So my vision is just to see more mothers and fathers taking to their kids and understanding what their kids are into or what they're doing when they're not around, and you know, and that's my vision and that's my hope. And the more people we could get doing that, the more lives we could save, the more kids we could save, the more kids we could redirect in a different way in life and stuff. So that's my vision.